Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 8 of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2. And honestly, it was a pretty enjoyable episode, but I was not expecting the matches to go speeding through like this. I was wondering how they were going to do it, if they were only, really going to focus on the main people and kind of just gloss over some of the other ones. But instead we get, last week's episode was 2 matches, and those kind of were expected to be, pretty damn fast just by the way the matchups went. I honestly wasn't expecting literally every single matchup except Bakugo versus Ochako to go in the way of just all of it straight up in one episode. I'm not gonna lie. And when you think about it, it's like, man, they just rushed the heck out of it. They just put every single one of the matches. But honestly, they did a good job at putting all of these in, especially considering I found out when I saw someone in the forum said that all these matches in the manga were actually put off screen. So these matches weren't even shown. So that's anime original kind of stuff, and honestly, it's pretty damn enjoyable. Like, normally when you think that they're like, oh, they just put that in, it wasn't really in the manga, it's probably just filler kind of stuff, it wasn't really needed. But this was actually, it was enjoyable to see all these matches. And sure, some of them were pretty crazy fast, and some of them were honestly kind of a joke. Honestly, a majority of them were kind of a joke, if I'll be completely honest. But it was pretty enjoyable and cool to see, of course, other people's abilities that we haven't seen yet, or see them in action against those other ones that we've already seen. For example, we haven't seen the first the girl from Class B before, Shiozaki, I think? Yeah, Shiozaki. We haven't seen her ability before. We just knew she had thorn hair kind of thing, so I expected to be something with her ability to use her thorn hair, and that was true, obviously, as you saw her going against Kaminari, to which, oh my gosh, dude thought he was like, okay, she's probably really strong, I'm gonna go all out, straight up, right at the beginning, use all my abilities. Of course, as you know, when he does that, he ends up going all cuckoo, and he went all out in the beginning, and thus he ended up losing because she's able to extend her hair, detach it, and also use it as a shield and go underground and grab him at the same time. Thus she ends up just completely beating him like it was nothing, and he ends up looking like an idiot because he was like, yeah, this is going to end up going real fast, so, and how about we go get a bite to eat after? Like, he was like hitting on her and everything. And I mean, yeah, she is cute. I'll say she's cute. I was not expecting the way she ends up acting, where she's like full on, like, got the light shining on her, and she's like a goddess in a way. Like, you called me an assassin, but that would be me killing someone. I don't want to do that. I want to help people. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't expect her personality to be like that at all. But that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. We don't really have a character full blown like that. It just kind of strikes me off as fake in a way, but it's so much that it may be real. That is how her personality is, So overall, first match, super fast, but it was kind of funny just because Kaminari thought he was going to win, and he even had the balls to go and flirt with her, and ends up getting his ass kicked pretty damn easily, with her really not even trying, honestly. Next match, even more hilarious. This match, I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel sorry for Ida during this match, because literally Mei was just using this as a way to show off all of her, all her different support items to the support businesses out there, companies out there. And it was just hilarious to see. She was just spinning circles around him, using all her different tech that she had, including using him himself, as he was like full on like her spirit when she gave it to me and I wanted to use it. And of course, ends up being able to use it when normally he wouldn't be able to. And thus he ends up falling straight into her trap as well. At first I thought this was part of her plan, and I didn't think it was going to be a huge damn advertisement for her, but she was going to use it against him kind of thing, because how naive he is a lot of the times, and she was able to trick him. I thought she was going to use that and to win. No, she uses it to pretty much stage and show off every single one of the tech that she has on her and the ones on him. Thus, after she ends up showing off every single one, Yeah, she ends up just walking out of bounds, like, oh, okay, I'm done. That was all I wanted to do. I wanted to show off all of them, and that's all I wanted. And I'm over here like, oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for Ida. Like, sure, he ends up winning, but that's so sad, because you know for a fact, if she really wanted to, she could have won right there, but she doesn't really care about this tournament. She just wanted to show off her, all her babies, as she always calls it, to all the support class businesses. And guess what? She did her job, and she's probably gonna get a lot of people to like it, because she's honestly a great, like, it was funny how one of the guys like, what is she, a politician? And then they're like, there's more? Like, seriously, she's honestly great at, advertising her stuff to everyone, because it definitely got me thinking like, damn, those are some pretty good, tools. If I was a hero, I would definitely go ahead and call her up, because seriously, she has like, there was like a billion things that she ended up showing, and there's still more that was not shown to us that she ended up having. So it's like, holy crap. That one was the other ones were jokes because of how fast they went. That was a joke just because the way she just played Ida into doing this. It was honestly pretty hilarious to see. After that was, of course, Aoyama versus Ashido, to which we don't see them as much. Aoyama, he barely got into the top 40, whatever it was. And then, of course, he was the only one that was okay with going to it, even though he doesn't remember how he got into, the finals and everything. He was fine with it. And, of course, it ends with him pretty much like, oh, he has a stomachache, and he ends up losing his pants and everything as well. So yeah, I mean, he's always kind of the joke in these, and it was pretty sad and funny at the same time to see him end up losing that battle. After that, we have, this one was actually it was sad for me to watch, because Yaoyorozu Momo is actually, she's really good, We've seen her abilities, and her power is really good, and she's able to adapt on the fly. But Tokoyami is like another level. That dude just went, he knew exactly what to do. She could not think on her feet, and he just pushed her out of the ring before she even knew it. Thus, of course, if I felt so sorry for her, because that has to be so frustrating for her to end up losing like that, when for a fact she's one of the top ones in their class for sure, especially with her ability, and especially the way we've seen her be able to adapt on the fly. But obviously, in this situation, she could not think straight and fast enough, and Tokoyami, he has no, there's no delay between his attacks. He's able to just go boom, 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 and literally, unless it's, of course, nighttime, he can control it like nothing. And that's why, of course, Izuku ends up saying it's because of time. I was thinking, like, is it almost close to, it's going to get dark or something, and he's not going to be able to fully, control his abilities? But no, that's not the reason why, and ends up with, of course, Tokoyami end up winning. So he's honestly probably like, I never expected him to show as much in comparison to like everyone else, but he's so badass. I actually really do enjoy his character, and I can't wait to see more of his fights, because literally he's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie, his powers are pretty badass, and I really want to see it when it gets like dark, like see how it is when he cannot control his his ability. Really, like, is he full on cannot control it at all, or can he still control it, but it's like it's barely able to control it, but it's of course super strong, it's supposed to be as well. So it would be cool to see the trade-off in that later in the future. Probably, of course, like I said, he moved on, so we'll see his next matches, and those matches, of course, will probably be more more focused on and not just sped through like these are. Like I said before, someone said in the manga, these matches aren't even shown, they're off screen. So it's pretty enjoyable to see all these kind of things and see what's going to be coming in the future matches as when they do come. Another match after that, of course, is the awaited match I kind of wanted more of, because of their, they're literally the same ability, and it's just seeing them pound each other back and forth because they have the same, kind of thing. One's hardening, one's metal, and they're practically the same. Even their intros were the same, to which I have to add, that guy's name is Tetsu. What the hell kind of name is that? Why? If that was his last name, why did his parents name him the same thing? And literally, it's like Tetsu is his name, and then his last name is Tetsu. So it's Tetsu 4 times. What the hell, But that match was like the least shown. They kind of just like showed brief moments of it over and over again, because the main focus was, of course, showing Ochako, as you saw throughout the episode, slowly more and more she was getting more and more nervous, and we have this thing where she ends up being kind of like Ida in a way that she sees that she relies on Izuku a lot. It's pretty funny to think of that when you see Izuku, he's thinking of himself as relying on everyone, honestly, but what he doesn't realize is that a lot of people have been relying on him as well. And it's cool to see her finally, like, you know, she had the opportunity to look at the notes that Izuku has, which I love seeing him go full blown, just like muttering under his breath. Everyone's like, holy shit, he's just full on analyzing the whole thing, because that literally is how Izuku is before his powers and everything was. It's his mind, you know. He's really smart and he's able to come up and analyze his opponents and thus create these huge plans. And that's why if he, you know, Ochako ends up using that, she probably have a really good chance of beating Bakugo. But she doesn't want to do that. She wants to do it on her own. And hey, I respect the heck out of her. Ochako is still my favorite girl, and I honestly cannot wait to see the battle between her and Bakugo, because just as much as I love Ochako, come on, Bakugo, it just seems like he will end up he's gonna end up winning because of just how strong he is, his brute force and everything. But we may be completely surprised, and if it does happen, I'll be happy and surprised at the same time. But if she ends up winning, that would be so cool. That would be like a huge upset, and that's like the underdog that I never would have thought would hit going to the, you know, the finals and everything, like even further kind of thing, you know. Like, I know Ochako is good, but with her ability, there's nothing for her to touch except herself and maybe Bakugo. So maybe Bakugo's gonna go rushing at her, and she's gonna touch him, and he's gonna like just float off the area or something. But like we always see, he could just blast his way back. So I don't know. It's honestly one of the worst opponents for her to go against, but I'll be rooting for her for sure, and honestly can't wait to see that next episode, and then of course see later on the rest of the battles as well, and see what the storylines for everyone else will be as well. But yeah, overall, pretty enjoyable episode. It was cool to see all these matches, cool to see all their abilities go against each other. And even though a lot of them were one-sided and pretty damn fast, I still enjoyed the heck out of it. And like I said before, these aren't even supposed to be here. These were off screen and not even shown in the manga. So that's a pretty good, awesome anime, like original kind of stuff, anime only stuff. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, anime watchers only, how did you guys feel about this episode, good or bad? Feel free to comment your thoughts below. And as always as well, I want to hear your the source material readers as well, manga readers. How did you feel about this episode, considering that a lot of stuff wasn't even in the manga? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Feel free to comment below your thoughts on there. Of course, as always, no spoilers. If you want to put spoilers, of course, do the whole read more kind of thing, so you have to click it and there's spoilers below if you really want to put spoilers. But I'd rather just not have spoilers in the comments, as I am an anime watcher only, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that watch my reviews are anime watcher onlys as well. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.